Did you know that a single missing pallet can delay hundreds of deliveries and cost a company thousands of euros? Oh, it sounds crazy, I know. But in logistics, small mistakes can create very big problems. One incorrect barcode, one missing shipment, one wrong delivery address, and suddenly an entire supply chain is affected.
That's right, Johnny. That's why communication is so important in warehouses and logistics, because people are constantly coordinating deliveries, checking inventory, solving problems, and everything trying to keep products moving.
Hmm. And today we are going to learn the English that professionals use every day in warehouses, distribution centers, and logistics operations around the world.
Yeah, you're going to learn useful vocabulary, some practical expressions, and we'll talk about common situations that happen in real warehouses.
So let's get started. You're listening to the Trainlang podcast, your place to learn English. Remember, get your free class with the link in the description or visit trainlang.com so you can learn English with the best online school.
That's it. Let's get into today's story, Johnny.
Very good,
Fictional
Matthew. Just
dialogue.
happy to be with you again. This podcast, we'll learn a lot about warehouses.
It's going to be interesting. There's lots of things I didn't know, so I think our listeners are going to enjoy it.
All right, very good. So I think it's a Monday morning in a busy warehouse. I'm the supervisor, you are the coordinator. So let's go, Matthew.
Okay, here we go. Morning, Johnny. I think we may have a problem.
Well, good morning. It's Monday. Of course, we have a problem. What's happened?
Well, the shipment from Germany arrived 20 minutes ago, but there's one pallet missing.
A whole pallet. That's difficult to lose.
Apparently not. The paperwork says 20 pallets. The driver says he delivered 20 pallets. The system shows 20 pallets, but we can only find 19.
Fantastic. A magical disappearing pallet. Exactly what I need this morning.
Look, I've already checked the loading dock and nothing.
And what about aisle 12? That's where yesterday's deliveries were placed.
Yeah, already checked and nothing there either.
Okay, let's check the inventory system. Maybe something was scanned incorrectly.
Hey, wait, look at this. It says here that one pallet was registered as received at 6:14, but the truck arrived at 7:05.
That doesn't make any sense unless someone invented time travel.
Or someone scanned the wrong barcode.
All right, well, let's investigate. Okay, friends, sorry, we won't finish this story and show you where or reveal where the pallet.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we're going to miss this story. But anyway, yeah. But we use a lot of interesting vocabulary, no? So let's analyze a little bit, no? So let's analyze the dialogue because logistics English is often simpler than people think. The challenge is not the grammar; it's understanding the vocabulary and communicating clearly.
Well, Johnny, that's so true. So let's start with vocabulary needed in the warehouse. And this comes from the dialogue that we listened to. The word pallet. And you've got a great slide up there if you're watching. So a pallet is a wooden platform that's used to move goods. Examples, the pallet is ready for shipment, or maybe the pallet was damaged during transport. Okay, another word we use there, shipment, and that has the meaning of a group of products that are being transported. So we could say maybe the shipment arrived this morning, the products arrived, or the shipment has been delayed. Another important word in warehouse vocabulary is inventory or inventory. Everything a company currently has in stock. So you might hear it in a conversation like, let's check the inventory, or the inventory numbers don't match. Now, I think in the conversation, Johnny, we spoke about loading dock. So this is the area where the trucks unload their goods. So I guess a typical example would be the truck is waiting at the loading dock. Or maybe the worker says, hey, meet me at the loading dock.
Interesting. And then we can go or move just to common logistic expressions from the dialogue, for example, the shipment arrived, let's check the inventory system, or something doesn't add up. Useful alternatives to this, well, let's double check, that's a good one. We are missing an item, the numbers don't match, or the delivery is running late. And some common mistakes, maybe just if you have moved abroad and you're working as a Spaniard, maybe in one of these companies, common mistakes that maybe just a Spanish speaker could make. A very common one could be, there is much stock. Well, remember, we don't use much for this. You would have to use, there is a lot of stock, right? Or the merchandise arrived, all understandable. Native speakers usually say the goods arrived, or the shipment arrived. The truck is in the store. Well, that doesn't sound. Yeah, if you're going to sell the truck, maybe that's fine. But the truck is the truck is at the warehouse, right? So that's the place. It's not in, it's at.
Yeah,
and maybe not store, but warehouse, right?
Yeah, important mistakes to look out for. But you know what? It's not only learners that make mistakes. Often it's native speakers. And when it comes to business, it's important to be clear. So as a native speaker, try to avoid using jargon without checking whether international colleagues understand. Or, and this is true, speaking quickly on radios or walkie-talkies, and it's just impossible to understand what the person has said. So clear communication is really important.
Very good. And we can add a little bit of grammar, because we like here in Trainlang to teach you some grammar as well. So things that you can use, for example, the present perfect can be useful here. The shipment has arrived, the pallet has been scanned, or the truck has left.
Yeah, good examples, Johnny. And often the passive voice is used, and we want to focus on the object and not the subject. So, for example, the order was dispatched yesterday, or the goods were delivered this morning, or the barcode was scanned incorrectly.
Very good, fantastic. And then also remember modal verbs. Examples, for example, the pallet must be scanned, or you should check the inventory, or we may have a problem. So remember, good logistics English is usually clear, direct, and practical. Matthew, just let's go and check a little bit about the language, and also a question for the audience. So how would you say this in English? You can think about it if you are listening. Tenemos que comprobar el inventario antes de enviar el pedido. Well, that makes sense in Spanish. Let's see later on in English.
Think about it and write your answer in the comments below. And when you do, try to sound like someone who works in a warehouse or maybe in a logistics company. Well, if you're enjoying the episode, now's a good moment to encourage you guys to visit our website, trainlang.com. And Johnny, you've put up a great sign there. If you're watching, it's an opportunity to get a free trial class with the QR code that you can scan there. It's a great way to improve your English with a 100% effective method on a complete e-learning platform.
That's right. And whether you work in logistics, warehousing, transport, customer service, business, or any other business, well, we can help you communicate more confidently in English with this Bpod, and also we can teach. We have good teachers just for business English as well. So, yeah, this is your school to continue improving your English if you want to move abroad and work in an English company, or in a company in England, or in America or Canada or any other country, English-speaking country. So let us go to the real English for warehouses and logistics, and we will move from a fictional story to real situations that happens every day in warehouses around the world. Because logistics is one of the most international industries there is. Products can be manufactured in one country, stored in another, and delivered somewhere completely different.
No, that's
So
true.
you might need to learn Chinese, Japanese, English, and many other languages, and Spanish.
Hey, well, you could learn all of those here at Trainlang, so no problem.
That's
Huh?
right.
Oh, well, often English is used in business as a common language to connect people. One area could be receiving deliveries. So imagine a common situation when you want to receive a delivery. You could use an expression such as, could you sign here, please? Or as we saw in our dialogue at the beginning, how many pallets are included? Is it 20 or 19? Can you provide the delivery note? Or if everything is okay, the shipment appears complete.
But sometimes we know things don't go according to plan. So examples like, well, one pallet appears to be missing. That's the missing pallet, Matthew. The goods arrive damaged. That could also happen. Or the quantity doesn't match the paperwork.
Yeah. Now, Johnny, speaking of problems, when you do an inventory, often problems appear. So phrases that we might need, for example, let's verify the inventory, or the stock level seems incorrect. The item cannot be located. Or as we saw in the dialogue, let's check the barcode.
All right. Very good. I prefer to check the barbecue. I was checking the text and I said,
yeah, that's much more interesting.
The barcode. Okay, but yeah, barbecue this time is also good.
So, you can see it's Friday afternoon. Oh.
Well, one of the biggest challenges in warehousing is accuracy. Like here, for example, no, that was not accurate, but anyway, that's you saw barcode, I saw barbecue. So, but a small mistake can affect hundreds of future orders, no?
Yeah, it's so true, Johnny. And another important area is safety in the warehouse. It can be quite a dangerous place to work. So safety is really important. Expressions that can be useful. Please wear your safety equipment. Watch out for the forklift. Or maybe this area is restricted. Or please follow safety procedures.
Well, interestingly, warehouse safety language is often simple because everyone needs to understand it immediately. And also, sometimes also you got a lot of panels and signs and signals that shows you clearly how to proceed in certain area. So, but let us go and talk a little bit about logistics around the world.
Okay, Johnny. Well, we said it was an international business. Have you ever wondered how big the world's largest warehouses actually are? You know, some of them are so large, they look like small cities.
Yes. For example, we see here the picture. The most famous example is the Boeing Everett factory in Washington State, USA. It's widely recognized as the largest warehouse and building in the world by volume. The building covers 4.3 million square feet, or nearly 400,000 square meters. That's a lot. Its internal volume is around 472 million cubic feet. So to put that into perspective, you could fit dozens of football stadiums inside.
My word, that must be absolutely huge.
Yeah.
And I guess it needs to be because that's where Boeing assembled some of its largest aircraft. So imagine trying to communicate effectively in a warehouse that size. You really need good logistics communication. Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster.
That's right. That's right. So another one could be Tesla, the Giga factory in Nevada, and it covers 5 million square feet. My goodness. It's used mainly for battery production and electric vehicles. So, yeah. And another one, it's which is the other one?
The Amazon Fulfillment Center.
I can't imagine. Amazon must be.
That's got to be huge, Johnny. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. I mean, everybody's heard of Amazon warehouses. In fact, there's one where I live, not too far away. But one of the largest is the MQY1 Fulfillment Center in Tennessee, which covers 3.6 million square feet. And literally thousands of products move through that facility every day. So I don't know how they manage the inventory, but that has to be a big job.
Yeah. And coming back to Europe, the Volkswagen Logistics in Germany, it's also home to some enormous logistics facilities like the Volkswagen Wolfsburg complex. This inside it, Hall 1B alone covers 3 million square feet.
My word. Okay, other examples, Michelin and Nike, other big warehouses. The Michelin Woodruff U70 in South Carolina, an automated tire distribution center, is also huge. And then Nike in Tennessee, it's their largest logistics facility worldwide.
Wow. So, but you might wonder, well, Matthew, Johnny, why are you just sharing all these details with us? No, why this matters? Well, what's interesting is that all of these facilities have one thing in common. They depend on communication. If one pallet is scanned incorrectly or is missing, if one barcode is wrong, shipment is delayed, well, the consequences can affect operations worth millions of dollars.
Yeah, you're right, Johnny. So it really becomes important, communication. Some expressions that large logistics operations use, well, maybe include the shipment is ready for dispatch, the goods are currently in transit, the order has been fulfilled, the container has cleared customs.
Yeah, and many others, right? Yeah. So, but here is a fun fact, Matthew. Many modern warehouses are becoming so automated that robots now travel longer distances inside the warehouse every day than many people travel communicating to work. Can you imagine?
Amazing, huh? Wow. Well, whether you're speaking to a customer, a supplier, a warehouse manager, or a logistics coordinator, your English will come in useful, as it's still maybe one of the most important tools in global logistics.
That's right. So we hope this Bpod helps you just to improve your English in this area. So, Matthew, the question was to the audience, let me check. Tenemos que comprobar el inventario antes de enviar el pedido. Matthew, how will you say this in English?
Well, Johnny, a natural answer would be we need to check the inventory before shipping the order. And maybe a similar response or answer could be we need to verify the inventory before dispatching the order. I mean, at the end of the day, both of them are correct. Shipping is maybe more common in general business. And if you are specifically working in a warehouse or logistics, then maybe dispatching would be a more common verb.
Very good. Very good. So, question for you now, just if you're listening live. Have you ever worked in logistics, transport, warehousing, or supply chain operations? And if so, what was your role? So, let us know.
We want to know, what was the biggest challenge? Was it like in the dialogue, a missing pallet or a late delivery, or did you have trouble communicating?
Well, tell us your experience in English in the comments, and we would love to hear your stories. So what have we learned, Matthew?
Wow, Johnny, time for a review. We've covered a lot of information today. Warehouse vocabulary, logistics terminology, inventory language. We talked about delivery and shipment communication, the international aspect of it, and we even looked at safety expressions.
And we explored how goods travel around the world through ports, airports, warehouses, fulfillment centers, and delivery networks.
Johnny, in the next episode, are you ready for this? We're changing topic completely. We're going to talk about English at train stations and on public transport. So how to help passengers, give directions, explain delays, and maybe handle any transport-related questions.
Wow, amazing. Bueno, pues si te ha gustado este podcast, prueba una clase gratis con nosotros. Puedes utilizar este QR y te garantizamos que tenemos los mejores profes y la mejor plataforma de e-learning porque somos la mejor academia online de idiomas. Nos lo creemos y lo sabemos y por eso lo decimos. Así que puedes confiar en nosotros y ponerte a estudiar con Trainlang. Escríbenos al link de la descripción o al QR que tenemos aquí.
Claro, y estás un clic de hablar como un nativo.
Fantástico. Bueno, Matthew, nos vemos en el próximo episodio de Trainlang Podcast. Ha sido un placer.
Igualmente, Johnny, muchas gracias. Buen fin de semana con la barbacoa.
Y